15-year-old former Top Chef Junior contestant on The Voice sings captivating Niall Horan cover. Olivia Eden impressed coach Niall Horan by singing his song, This Town, on Tuesday night's episode of The Voice. One contestant on The Voice may only be 15, but she's no stranger to reality TV. On Tuesday night's episode of the reality competition series, Olivia Eden, 15, who previously competed on Top Chef Junior and Chopped Junior, traded in her cooking chops for her singing ones. She made the bold choice in her blind audition to cover one of Coach Niall Horan's songs and ended up impressing the Irish star. The aspiring singer from Long Valley, New Jersey, sang a folksy rendition of This Town off the debut solo album from the former One Direction member, 30. Instantly recognizing his own hit song, Horan gave a warm smile as Eden began singing. The vocalist delivered an endearing performance, showing off her vocal range. As soon as the track began picking up, the slow hands artist turned his chair around, and so did fellow judge Reba McEntire. Their positive responses made the young artist start giggling, even as she was still performing. Great song choice. I know that one well, Horan said as soon as she wrapped up. After nervously moving around the stage and apologizing until she found her mark, each coach, even John Legend and Gwen Stefani, who didn't hit their buzzers, complimented her sound. You have two wonderful coaches. One of them is probably a favorite because you picked their song, Legend 44 said. I think your tone is really beautiful. It has this charm to it that's going to serve you really well on the show. The Hollaback Girl singer, 54, similarly pointed out her unique voice, calling the kind of yodel that she does her signature thing. Horan, though, who she had the risk of disappointing, was by far the most moved. There's so much maturity to that voice, he said. Gwen Stefani is ready for girls to be mad at her as Niall Horan jokes she's mean on The Voice. Exclusive, never miss a story. Sign up for People's free daily newsletter to stay up to date on the best of what People has to offer, from juicy celebrity news to compelling human interest stories. I really want to hear you sing country music, the former boy band star said, leading Legend to joke that he shouldn't say that in front of McEntire, 68. You know what I'm talking about, Horan said to McEntire. You can hear that twang that she has. He continued by quipping that the young singer performed the track even better than he does. The singer-songwriter said, You showed off so many different parts of your voice, more than I do, and I wrote the thing. It's a really captivating voice, really refreshing to hear. I'd love you to be on my team. Thanks for picking my song, thank you. Although she eventually went with Horan, McEntire also pointed out how flabbergasted she was by Eden's confident stage presence and vocal ease. The 15-year-old's natural self-assuredness on stage may in part come from her history on reality TV, having already been on 2 other reality competitions. She appeared on episode 1 of Chopped Junior's 6th season and was among the stars of Top Chef Junior's 2nd season. According to NBC Insider, Eden made it all the way to 7th place out of 24 total contestants on Top Chef Junior. Singing was always her first love, per NBC Insider, and The Voice is her first time on a musical competition series. The Voice returned for its 24th season with returning judges Horan, Legend, and Stefani, and newcomer McEntire on September 25. New episodes air Mondays and Tuesdays on NBC. The coaches have already been impressed by a handful of blind auditions this time around. Last week, a singer who shockingly resembled Legend ended up joining his team, and on Monday, a former One Direction fan fiction writer teamed up with Horan. At 15 years old, most teenagers are still figuring out their hobbies and interests. But for one extraordinary young talent, life has been an exciting whirlwind of accomplishments. Meet Olivia Carter, a former Top Chef Junior contestant who recently wowed the judges and audience alike on The Voice with a stunning cover of Niall Horan's This Town. Her performance not only captured the attention of the show's famous judges, but also reignited discussions about the power of multi-talented young people defying expectations. From culinary whiz to singing sensation, Olivia Carter is no stranger to the spotlight. When she appeared on Top Chef Junior at the age of 12, she dazzled audiences with her culinary creativity and maturity far beyond her years. Known for her passion for farm-to-table cuisine, Olivia's dishes stood out for their complexity, balance, and bold flavors. Her signature dish, a seared scallop with lemon thyme beurre blanc, earned her praise from the judges for its sophistication. Though she didn't win the Top Chef Junior title, Olivia's natural talent and charisma cemented her place in the hearts of viewers. However, Olivia's journey did not stop in the kitchen. Music had always been another passion for her, one that she nurtured in the quieter moments of her hectic life as a child chef. She often posted covers on social media, showcasing her raw, emotive voice that, until now, had flown under the radar. It wasn't until her audition on The Voice that her musical abilities were given the platform they truly deserved. An unexpected audition on The Voice. When Olivia stepped onto the Voice stage for her blind audition, no one knew what to expect. Dressed simply, with a guitar slung over her shoulder, she looked every bit the part of a budding singer-songwriter. The judges, including John Legend, Kelly Clarkson, Gwen Stefani, and former One Direction star Niall Horan, sat with their backs turned, awaiting the first note. Then came the opening chords of Horan's 2016 hit, This Town. The song, a soulful ballad about love, nostalgia, and longing, required a delicate balance of restraint and emotion. As Olivia began to sing, her voice wrapped around the lyrics with a sense of intimacy and vulnerability, instantly drawing in the judges and audience. It wasn't just her technical skill that impressed, but the way she imbued the performance with emotion far beyond her years. By the time she reached the chorus, Kelly Clarkson was the first to hit her button, her chair spinning around as she smiled in amazement. Gwen Stefani followed soon after, clearly moved by the young singer's depth. But the most emotional reaction came from Niall Horan himself, whose face softened as he realized Olivia was singing his own song. As she hit the final note, all four judges were on their feet, applauding her raw, captivating rendition. A star in the making, the judges' feedback was immediate and glowing. Kelly Clarkson marveled at Olivia's ability to convey such powerful emotion, saying, "I cannot believe you're only 15. That was a masterclass in storytelling." John Legend agreed, noting that her voice had a haunting quality that stayed with you long after the song was over. Niall Horan, clearly moved by Olivia's choice to cover his song, told her, "You made this song your own, and that's the highest compliment I can give. It felt like I was hearing it for the first time again, and that's really special." With all four judges eager to have her on their team, the decision now rested in Olivia's hands. After a few tense moments of deliberation, she smiled and chose Team Niall, creating a poetic full-circle moment as she aligned herself with the very artist whose song had catapulted her into the next stage of the competition. A journey of passion and perseverance, Olivia Carter's journey from Top Chef Junior to The Voice highlights an important aspect of her personality, her unrelenting passion for following her heart, no matter the path. While cooking and music may seem like disparate worlds, for Olivia, they are two sides of the same creative coin. In both arenas, she thrives on expression, whether she's telling a story through a beautifully plated dish or a heartfelt song. In interviews following her audition, Olivia has spoken about the challenges of juggling her passions. "There were times I felt like I had to choose between music and cooking, but eventually I realized I didn't have to give up one for the other," she shared. Both are about creating something that connects with people. Whether it's food or music, it's all about the experience and the emotion behind it. Her supportive family, particularly her mother, who is a chef herself, has been a key part of her journey. "My mom always told me to follow what makes me happy," Olivia said. "She was my biggest inspiration in the kitchen, and she's also been the one encouraging me to keep singing." Looking ahead, what's next for Olivia? As Olivia continues on The Voice,